accomplishments, which there's no shortage of: 7 national championships, 10 SEC championships, 4 Heisman Trophy winners, and 41 NFL first-round draft picks since he's been at Alabama. But what very few people understand, guys, is what goes into making all of those on-field accomplishments a reality. He absolutely demands that his players are surrounded by the very best. Head coach Nick Saban.
First of all, I appreciate every one of you coming here, being here, spend the day, try to get better, try to improve, so that you can go home, whatever team you play on, however you compete, you have a better chance to be successful. That's the goal of our coaches for you. That's the goal of this camp. Everybody's talked to you about how you need to pay attention and focus. There's 3 things that you can do that take no ability. You can give effort and finish plays. You can have the mental discipline and the mental toughness to sustain things, finish things. Don't drift off and not pay attention to what's going on, so that you can make the right choices and decisions when your turn comes to do something, so that you have a chance to improve. Because you have to be responsible to know what to do. Now, none of those things take any ability. But I'm going to talk to you about a couple other things. You know, first of all, I think that if you want to be successful at whatever it is you choose to do, you have to have good character. You got to do the right thing. And you know, your character is an accumulation of your thoughts, your habits, and your priorities. Because that determines the choices and decisions that you make. And the choices you make you who you are. And it's most important as to what you do and the choices and decisions that you make when nobody else is around. So, not when your parents are watching, not when your coach is watching, but what do you do when nobody else is around? What kind of choices and decisions do you make to do the right thing? And if you're going to be successful, you've got to have discipline. You're either going to suffer through the pain of discipline, which is not easy to do the right things all the time, or the pain of disappointment, because you're never going to have the success you're capable of if you don't have discipline. So you're always going to be disappointed. But what is discipline? You know, I'm sure that you've heard from some coach somewhere that discipline's, you know, what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done, do the right thing the right way, the right time, all the time. And those are great definitions of discipline. But I'm talking about self-discipline. We make hundreds of decisions every day that come down to 2 questions. There's something I know I'm supposed to do that I really don't want to do. Can you make yourself do it? Say, I don't feel like studying, Mom. I don't feel like going to school today. I don't feel like practicing. You know you're supposed to do those things. Just because you don't feel like doing them, you got to choose to do them. And then over here, there's something you know you're not supposed to do, but you want to do it. Can you keep yourself from it? If you can make those 2 choices and decisions the right way, as soon as you get up in the morning, it starts. You start making choices and decisions about what you're going to do. Those things are going to make you who you are. And if you want to be successful, I don't care if it's in sports, I don't care if it's in athletics, I don't care if it's in school, I don't care if it's being a good person. You know, people ask me all the time, what's the most important thing about what your legacy as a coach is? And number one thing is, people think I was a good person. People think I did the right thing. People think I had compassion and helped other people. That's part of it. Helping you, coaching you, teaching you, so that you have a chance to be more successful. But you have to have goals and aspirations for what you want to do. You have to have character, and you have to have perseverance. You know what perseverance is? Perseverance is, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to keep doing things because it's not going to be easy. And I'm going to have to overcome adversity if I'm going to be a success at anything you choose to do. There can be no great victories in life unless you can accomplish and overcome adversity. That's what makes it a great victory. Think of the biggest team you got to play against. Who's the biggest rival you got to play? I don't care if it's Little League Baseball, I don't care what game it is. What makes it a big win when you win? Because they were good, and you had to do special things to win. Well, you have to have an ability to stay focused so that you can do those things and overcome adversity. Now, when I coached at Ohio State in 1981, we had lost 2 games. We were going to play Michigan. They were number 1 in the country. And everybody had a negative attitude about playing this game. We were being criticized in the press. Nobody thought we could win. We had to play up there against 105,000 people. They were number 1 in the country. We were 17-point underdog. We had a terrible week of practice. And then on Friday, Woody Hayes came up and said, there can be no great victories without tremendous adversity. This is an opportunity for you to have a great victory. It's not something to be negative about, because you had a tremendous challenge. So all these things that made it a big challenge is also an opportunity for you to succeed and an opportunity to have a great win. So everybody's attitude turned around and very positive in the way we went and played the game, and we won. Because we looked at it as an opportunity, and that's how you need to look at every challenge that you have, whether it's in school, at home, or in sports. Everything is an opportunity. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about, guys, is pride in performance. Does it mean anything to you to do the best that you can do? I don't care if it's in school. If you're capable of making an A, don't be satisfied with a C. If you're capable of being the fastest guy on the team, don't come in second. So what kind of pride in performance do you have to be the best that you can be at whatever you choose to do? Because that is probably one of the most important things that you can have. Now, it's harder, it takes more work, because you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to get out of whatever you do, whatever you put into it, whether it's school. So if you do your best, you're always going to be happy, because you're going to know you did your best to be the best you can be at whatever you choose to do. People who aren't happy, they're always disappointed, because they know they could have done better. So in this camp today, we want you to do your best. But that's got to be something that you do every day and becomes a part of who you are. So with that, we're going to get started here. Ellis is going to break you all up in terms of what group you're in. We're going to have 2 separate camps here today. The older guys will be outside, the younger guys will be inside on the track. But everybody has to pay attention. We cannot manage and get anything out of this with this many people if everybody doesn't do their part. You guys hear all the time, there's no I in team. There is an I in win. You know why? Because every individual on the team makes the team what it is. Just like that's going to be your responsibility today. As an individual, I got to do what I'm supposed to do, the way I'm supposed to do it. And we got guys in here talking and not paying attention. So you're going to have a hard time doing that, because you're not paying attention. So pay attention, do what the coaches tell you. We're going to be positive with you, and we're going to focus on your improvement. So let's have a great day here together, okay? All right, give me 3. Give me 3.
Thank you, Coach. All right, parents, campers, I forgot to mention the training room is in this corner.